Thank you so much. My name is Angelique. I am a coordinator of this meeting. I'm together with
Champagne Amajana.
And Emmanuel Donda.
Okay, most welcome in this meeting where we will focus on different topics. The first one is to describe the overview of the issue of drip and dry, and secondly we will focus on the root cause which are contributing to this issue of drip and dry, and also we will be describing the problem solving process which can help us to come up with a good solution to this issue of drip and dry, and also the next we will come up with possible solution which will help us to handle this issue, and also next we will be addressing the best solution from those alternative solutions, and lastly we will recommend them the best one, and at the last we will come up with some questions and concluding as well as deciding the next time of the meeting. And first of all, let us start on the description of their issue. First of all, drip and dry have the issue of insufficient buildings, and this is causing several consequences which are making them to not have the enough profit. And first of all, let us welcome Emmanuel to give us some root cause which are contributing to this issue of drip and dry.
Okay, thank you very much for this floor, and I really like the way you have started by describing the problem of the drip and dry. So the root cause that I think can contribute to this problem is that people are drip and dry don't have strong rules and directions that could help them to just manage services, how services can be offered to different people, but through order. To me, lack of rules and direction can cause them to be disordered. That's why.
Okay, let us hear from Chantal.
Okay, thank you very much. Another root cause that causes the problem in drip and dry company is that customers or people are staying along in their building. So to mean that they come to ask for services, and then after their services end, they stay at the building where other people need the other services, come and lose the space to occupy so that they can get their services as well.
Okay, thank you so much for your participation. And also another root cause which is contributing to their issue is their free Wi-Fi. Here I want to mean that someone come to the organization where they have, for example, need the service of washing like a few clothes, if I can say, and after they continue to stay there by consuming their fee, and the other come to the organization and lose the place to park their vehicles, and also they lose the place of sitting. That are some root causes which are contributing to the development of this issue. And also we have is there anything to do? Okay. By moving on, we are going to focus on the problem solving, the process where we will describe how we can address this issue after understanding the overview of the issue, and after analyzing the root causes. I would like to ask Chantal, what is the way you can use to solve this problem?
Okay, thank you very much. The first of all, the approach we can use for addressing this problem is that we can use a descriptive approach.
Okay.
So there are many stages that included in this approach where we have a defined problem. So we can follow this step where we will be defining the problem, and first knowing the problem drip and dry is facing. So we can't address any problem without knowing the problem and the situations in general. So this is the first.
Okay, I can say that after understanding their issue, we can brainstorm the alternative solutions which can help us to address their issue. And I can say that let us understand what Longyear feel about it.
Okay, so after brainstorming different solutions, it can be hard to implement all of them, but what I can just say is that we can sit together and choose the best one that we can implement for us to get to the, to deal with that problem.
Okay, thank you so much. And also, we have to remember that we consider the best solution after analyzing all those solutions which have been suggested. And after analyzing their benefit and after understanding what are the positive impact which will come back to our company after implementing that solution, and after analyzing all of those facts, we have to come up with the best one from them.
I
And
have a question.
okay, go on.
So I have a question about the second step that we'll be following. Just brainstorm different solutions. So I want to ask. So we all know that we gathered different informations about the problem so that we can gain different solutions. So and I want to ask, since we gather all, we come up with at least 5 solutions. Which will be the best? Are we going to choose one solution or will we choose 2 or 3?
Okay, Emmanuel,
So
can
I
you
want to
go
know.
on?
Okay, so by choosing solutions to implement, I think it can just goes hand in hand about the resources or materials that can have or the ability to implement the solution. So it can be possible and better to use all of these solutions after knowing that it is going to bring us benefits in our company. But the the best way is to choose only one among these good solutions, and there is the best one that you can implement.
Okay, it means that we choose the top one,
That's
which
what
is
I think.
we are seeing that it is going
Exactly,
to
that
address
is.
Yeah,
and bring the benefit in the company.
yeah, sure.
Thank you.
And that is the reason why we have to brainstorm many solutions, and then after we have to choose the best one from all of those. Mean that you have to choose one. And thank you for asking, Chantal. And also we have to go on the step of sharing the possible solutions which can help us to address the drip and dry question. And as a reminder, I want to remind you that we have the issue of insufficient buildings or insufficient place. And I want you to contribute to the possible solutions. Or anyone from me, Emmanuel, can you go on? And the possible solution which can help us to address their issue.
Okay, so since we are just facing this issue of having insufficient ability of welcoming customers due to, the building that is not enough, so I would recommend drip and dry uh, to schedule different days to offer different services in order to help them to know if they are going to come up, to take services related to the clubs on Monday, then on Tuesday or Wednesday they will come up about the coffee things related. So scheduling different services in different days can help.
Yeah, thank you so much. And also, I have another idea of how we can address their issue. Maybe Drip and Dry should invite their investors, or if I can say their shareholders. They have ability to address their issue to their investors and the loyal customers, where they can think about how they can give them the loan or credit, where they can buy the nearby space. The people who are around there, they can go in another place where they can build a large houses or a large stadium where the client will have enough space to park their vehicles, to sit, and different rooms of asking different services. And this solution can work. And I want to give Chantal a flow of showing us the best solution from those two alternative solutions.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm not going to go far from Emmanuel.
Okay.
So also me, I have that suggestion of implementing such kind of solution, like providing all schedule different days where they will classify some services into different days. Maybe they can provide on Monday, they can provide the services of food, and also Tuesday as well as on Wednesday, and the next days or remaining days they can provide some clubs services where it will help them actually to have enough space, to mean that all services are going to schedule into different days so that they can have enough space for customers. So
Okay.
I think this will improve their benefit as well as profit in an organization, and will work also effective.
Okay, thank you, Chantal, for your contribution. And before moving on, I want to ask you why you didn't choose to call the investors to give them credit of building their houses.
Okay, thank you very much. I think this can get a lot of a long process where they can accept investors. So I think based on the materials and the cost of that materials, I think this best solution that I choose, it will be benefiting them as well as not cost for much money to use. So I think for calling investors to make a long processes, and it is the time where they are losing their customers, and customers are claiming that they are not providing the good services in drip and dry. So instead of losing some customers and implementing some solutions which is going to take a long time, I think they can implement the solution which is easy for them to implement and easy to understand.
Okay, thank you so much. That is a good solution. And also, I want to ask Emmanuel or Chantal again if anyone has a question, can ask.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question.
Go on.
Since we have been discussing about investing inviting shareholders or investors, so I would like to ask, what can you base on while choosing shareholders or investors?
Okay, thank you so much. Uh, the best way of choosing the investors, I like to see the people who want to buy the shares in organization. So to mean that those people who have a share in organization, they have a full right of knowing what is going on in the company. That is the reason why I have to say that uh, the right way of choosing the shareholders are those people who have shares in the company. I don't know if Chantal has something to add on.
No, I have something. I don't have something. Maybe it's clear for you, and that it is understandable.
Okay, is there anything?
Okay, so what I can add on is that again, while choosing the investors, we have to consider their capacity to help us in the problem, or just how will they help us to solve the problem. Because you can choose the investors who can disturb you in solving problems,
Okay.
or just others who can even destroy your organization. So we have to choose depending on how they will help us to deal with the problem.
Okay. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. And before closing, I want to make something like a conclusion where we were describing the issue of drip and dry and how we can address the problem by using different strategies, like by identifying the problem, listing some different solutions which can help them, and at the end we recommend them uh, to separate services in different days. We found that that was the suitable solution which can help them, instead of asking the investors, instead of creating other buildings, and to create other buildings maybe they can cause other consequences, or it can ask more budget which was not prepared.
Of course.
And after analyzing and after attending this meeting, I can say that thank you so much. You have paid attention in this meeting, and I think it will be productive in a few days. And I need also to schedule the next meeting. And which time will you work for you? Any time you can suggest.
Okay, maybe you can suggest and we will confirm it if we will be available or not.
Or maybe in the weekend can work for me.
Which day
Saturday,
and which time?
maybe at 5 a.m.
Okay, at that time it will work for me.
And for you too?
Would you mind if we schedule on Monday?
What about you?
No problem. Which time?
Perhaps at 8
p.m.
a.m.
Okay, 8 a.m. on Monday, no problem for me. And I wish you to be our coordinator that day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.